let's drop some names. Who have you heard from? Who have you heard from on this run here? Have you heard from Kawhi? Has he reached out? You got him?
I've not heard from Kawhi. I have heard from all 5 starting members of the Fab Five.
Yes, you have.
So Juwan, Chris, Jalen, Jimmy, and Ray.
How about that?
You know, that's probably the most that people would know. I hear from a lot of old high school friends.
Okay, that's good. But
I don't have a big Rolodex.
The Fab Five has reached out to you to congratulate you all these years later.
Yeah. Well, if you're a coach and you do a good job, they're basically family members at that point. So I've heard from family, a lot of former players, both from San Diego State and Michigan over my years.
What's your favorite memory of the Fab Five era, Coach Stetcher? What do you got for me on that? Obviously, there's so many of them, but which one sticks for you in that one?
Just the quiet moments, the brotherhood, just seeing they didn't even realize how young they were at the time, and just to see how they grew as a basketball team, and now the greatest satisfaction is what they're doing in their later life when the ball stops bouncing. To see the success they've enjoyed in every regard is just probably the most gratifying.
What do you mean by that? That they didn't know how young they were? What do you mean by that one, Coach?
Just, like most kids, they think they know everything. They're brash and they're on top of the world as young kids. And life is a great teacher, and to see them learn as they move through life, that at the time you think you're invincible, and obviously the world is your oyster, and now all of a sudden just to see how they grow up, and Juwan's coaching now, Jalen enjoying great success in the media. If they were to look back at their younger selves, they'd probably say, as much as we thought we knew, we know a lot more now.
Did you get a lot of pressure, you and Coach Fisher, about get those baggy shorts off them? Get this team a little bit more traditional.
I'm the one that ordered the baggy shorts, so
okay.
I just thought it was a great recruiting tool. So I knew Michael Jordan was wearing them a little bigger, and I brought the long shorts to Michigan, and that just shows you how long my career's gone. In 1989, they wore those tight little ones.
Yeah.
And now here we are. They're wearing the tight ones again.
What do you mean? By the way, didn't we, TJ, speak to Juwan about that?
Jalen, and Chris.
Yeah, we said that. You put it all out there to make sure that this was now the long shorts look was actually cool and acceptable. And now they're rolling back. And didn't Juwan say they're showing too much thigh meat?
That was me.
Days?
I told him, Coach, I was like, I don't like all the thigh meat that these kids, because I grew up in that era.
You had a problem with that.
Shorts touching your knees. I don't need to see all that thigh out there. And Juwan, Jalen, and Chris all agreed.
To have long shorts back then, they'd hike them down their waist, and now they roll them up because they're not short enough.
So what do you mean you ordered them? So, can you walk me through?
I said, I want 2 more inches on the length of the shorts. And they brought them, and I said, I want 2 more on top of that.
Why?
So I ordered them bigger. Now, Jalen took another player's shorts that was on the team that was a larger size than he was supposed to have, because he wanted his super size. So he switched with a center that wasn't playing on the team. So he obviously always had the bigger ones.
But why did you cut? Was it your idea, or was it the group's idea to go long on the shorts?
It was, I just knew it was trending in that direction.
Sure.
There were other teams wearing longer shorts before the Fab Five. Obviously, it came more vogue because they wore them. Mm-hmm. But there are other college teams that were wearing shorts longer. And I think Michael Jordan started having longer shorts at that time a little bit.
Sure.
So
okay.
He was the trendsetter of the game back then.
So did you have to tell Coach Fisher you were doing this? Or did he have to give the blessing? You just said, I'm just going to go and order these things. Is that what...
I just think I went and ordered them. I think I probably had said something in passing. And then obviously the short socks, that was them a year later. They all went to the Galleria Mall when we were playing in Houston the sophomore year. And Ray Jackson found some, I think they were golf socks, like footies. And we were getting ready to play, and all the kids had sweatpants on. Coach doesn't pay attention to any of that sort of thing. But I'm like, why are we warming up in sweatpants? We never wear our sweatpants. Where they had hidden the short socks underneath the sweatpants. And then the game started, and all the Fab Five members had basically footy socks on under their tennis shoes. And Coach Fisher said after the game, I don't even know if he noticed, he said, the one thing I will tell you, we're either going to all wear short socks or we're all going to wear long socks, but we're all going to wear the same length. And so he wasn't opposed to the short socks. He was opposed to them trying to stand out differently than anybody else.
I see.
So, and I think we brought black socks, I should say, black socks into vogue that second year. I was saying footies, but it was the black socks.
Sure.
Yeah, the ankle.
I mean, this, as you know, it was a seminal sports fashion moment. And again, I understand that in the grand scheme of things, what does that mean? It's about, obviously, relationships, and it's about growing, and it's about winning and all of that. But, I mean, this was groundbreaking stuff. Yeah. Were you aware of it at the time, Coach, or no?
Yeah, the black socks, that was groundbreaking because you couldn't find them after that, and then kids were wearing their dad's old black socks he'd wear with his suit just to have black socks. So, like I said, I've been around long enough. I've seen fashion has trended in every direction. So if you can survive a fashion trend, you've survived in a business.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.